Alright, I'm doing a video on should same sex couples be allowed to adopt in America? And my opinion on it is yes. Why? Because I believe that they can raise a kid just as good as a regular parents would, and it gives them the opportunity to actually share their lives with the child and experience all the joys of parenthood, and them having to be able to adjust adjusting to the task would be a little bit more difficult than it would normally, but I'm pretty sure they'll be able to handle it, and it gives them the ability to get to know get to know them from a special relationship with a child's family if it's an open adoption, and it also gives them the opportunity to raise a child in need of a loving home, and it gives the world and the country a chance to accept the same-sex adoptions uh, that occur. Um, let's see. My argument for adoption is equal rights means just that. So what I mean by that is um, there's a document that I'm gonna put in the citations. It says civilized societies do not discriminate on grounds of race, creed, gender, sexuality. Yet the denial of equal rights to gay couples is clear discrimination. Gay and heterosexual couples deserve the same legal right to adopt as anybody else. So what that's saying is like, if you're gonna say equal rights is for everybody, not just men and women. It has to be for men and women and like regular marriages and regular couple adoptions. So it has to be equal for everybody all the way around. And another argument, like I said before, in my opinion, I really think same-sex couples make great parents because the couples they show that could be just as good as parents as straight couples. And in fact, that some believe that homosexual couples on average tend to better motivate and more committed to their heterosexual parents just because they chose to have the child. Like the 50% of straight couples who stumble into parenthood by accident, many gay couples from relationships are more stable than heterosexual marriages, giving the adoption a secure and emotional stable home. So by gay couples wanting to have a kid but they can't, and then it's like straight couples, they have a kid by accident and then they don't know how to actually react or how to take care of the baby properly. And another argument was the kid needs family. Um, children adopted by gay parents were normally snatched from a happy hetero family home. So whether it be like uh, accident, maybe they just want to get rid of it. What I mean by accident, it means like a death by the family or something. But most of the kids will come from orphanages and foster homes or single moms unable to cope or unable to cope with being by themselves. Many are from poor countries. The families, gay or straight, is better than the alternatives given the shortage of the suitable straight couples. Gay adoptions can provide kids and living homes they need. That's good for children and good for the couple and wants to raise a child for the good of this society. And there are around about about 50 to 65,000 children who have found a home thanks to a gay couple. And something that they can fight for is breaking down the prejudices. So society can't really embrace the fact that gay couples are actually a thing. I mean, we're kind of getting to that point now to where we accept it, but not all of us are really accepting to the fact that there are like gay people just like around and about. Um, Children raised by gay couples may often have a different outlook. Like a lot of surveys in America have shown that growing up are more tolerant and more open minded than a straight like a kid with straight parents would, because you have that. I say with you having a gay mom and dad, or mom and mom, dad and dad, or whatever, you're more open minded because I mean, they had to be open minded to actually have to want to do the things that they did just to get you where you have to be. And that being said, lifting bans on the gay marriages or gay adoptions are steps towards the more diverse and more tolerant societies where nobody faces discrimination. Now, on the right side of history, says a Portuguese gay writer, companion Isabel Averta, after Parliament approved a gay adoption law in December. I say one of the most common things that they're gonna face is addressing the kid's racial or cultural identity. So let's say a gay couple is like completely, they're completely white or Caucasian, more common term, and they adopt an Indian or they adopt a black or they adopt a Korean Asian or Korean Asian baby, and they have to actually address their racial and cultural identity. So they have to be accepting of to the fact that they adopted this certain kind of baby, and they have to actually practice their beliefs and practice their culture's beliefs at the same time. And like I said, managing a birth parent relationship and an open adoption. So you have to have a relationship with the kid and also a relationship with the kid's family that put him up for adoption, whether it be just the one parent or the two, and they just didn't know how to like really deal with the kid at the time. And another con is talking to the kid about adoption and simply adjusting. So you have to eventually break down to the child that they were adopted, and they have to just take it how it is, or you have to find a way to better say it. And uh, of course, the obvious con is them being given a chance to actually adopt and being accepted by the world. I say the extra arguments against it was let each country decide for itself, which is one of the most fundamental principles in the European Union. That means the European Union should only have one role in the issue, and that cannot be to effectively carry out a national or local level of gay adoption is clearly an issue that is best decided on a country by country basis without rushing the citizens into more traditional societies. And then religious and moral values. Gay parenting runs fundamentally fundamentally counter to many people's religious beliefs. Legalizing it would offend and cherished beliefs further undermine it. The key roles in the society, like the main religions being Christianity, Jewish, and Islamic leaders have spoken out against it, which is just because it's their belief. They don't think it's right, and it's really a democratic decision. Democracy doesn't always achieve to the outcome that you want, yet you have to respect the democratic decision of people who vote for the politicians and government that oppose gay adoption, and they are elected to representatives of their societies, and we should accept that even if we disagree with what they have to say. And they have another thing about shutting down. They are shutting the door, so you don't really get a chance to even try to adopt a kid based on like some agencies because a lot of agencies play a vital role. So if this is a faith-based adoption agency, ensuring that they want to ensure that the orphan is they're ensuring that the orphan is put into a good home and can find a loving home. Many simply give up rather to be forced by law to hand a child over to the same-sex couples is already happening. Catholic agencies in Britain and the U.S. have shut down shop in the wake of the laws that would oblige them sending their children to gay couples. Enforcing legislation will make it more difficult for needy children to find the families that they actually need. I put some stats on here. I'm going to link the citation to the last slide. It says, according to William Institute, over 700,000 same-sex couples were affected by the Adder Holt Amendment it's a permit of faith-based child welfare providers to refuse to place a child within a same-sex parent. And some more crazy stats that most same-sex couples who are raising a child have biological children, 68%, and 1 in 5 same-sex couples, 21.4%, are raising adopted children compared to the 3% of the different sex couples. So only 3% of couples that are the different sex, only 3% of them are actually raising a kid. 2.9 of the same sex couples have foster children compared to the 0.4 of different. And I put a graph on here. The graph on the left shows you the marriage equalities. There's 32 states that have marriage equalities, but on the right, this is a graph that shows that how many states actually allow same-sex adoption. So out of the 32, only 12 actually allow it, which I don't find that to be right at all. And these are some quotes that I pulled off. They say they should not be able to adopt because they have a chance of being bullied. I don't agree with that, because I mean, why would they get bullied unless you taught them to bully them just because they have 2 moms or 2 dads? And then there's another one that says, I'm sick and tired of people saying gay couples shouldn't adopt. Regular parents should stop having kids they don't want, which is a very, very true statement, and I will actually stand by that one. I went around and asked people about their opinions. I asked a couple people on my team. A lot of people said that they didn't mind it because it doesn't really affect them, and there was about 2 people that I asked that actually had two moms and 2 dads, and they didn't have a problem with it. Only one person said they did have a problem with it, and I really didn't agree with their reason to why, and because none of it really made sense. So, Jason, what you think about it?
I mean, honestly, same sex shouldn't matter as long as they're taking care of the kid. I mean, the most important thing that they focus on is the child. I mean, as long as the marriage is healthy and they're bringing positive feedback toward the kid, it shouldn't really matter whether they're straight or gay.
Yeah, that's the same point a lot of people have been trying to make, and one of the last slides is a video of a show called What You Would Do. So there was a video of a woman that gave her baby to a same-sex couple, and there was other people having like opinions on it. So obviously there was always one person that didn't really agree with it, and I mean, he got put on there, and then somebody butted in and said that's perfectly fine with whether they want to do what she wanted to do with her kid, because there wasn't a dad around. It was just a mom. So it was going to be tough for her to actually take care of the baby by itself. So with that being said, this is the end of the video, and thank you for watching.